What's up, Mid Grubba? How you doing, Mid Grubba? I seen your video, man.
Cyrax, the Goblin of Akron, Ohio. It's been a long time since we last saw Chance. I'd say it's one of the longest times we've had without him hopping on stream to whine about the trolls, drop the 7 years spiel, and generally just curse the internet with his presence. And what I have for my grubbas is the comeback story of legends. He had to have seen what Leaping Lemur was doing in his own comeback story. With the making a fool of himself and whatnot, in his little goblin brain, he wanted a little piece of that attention for himself, because if there's one thing I know about Akron's little attic cryptid, it's that he's ravenous for any form of attention he can manage, whether it's negative or positive. He revels in it. But where exactly and how exactly has this comeback occurred, McGrubba, you might be asking by now? Well fellas, where else would it be but TikTok, a platform overrun with those under the age of 18. With the large percentage of the content being made specifically for or by that same demographic, you'd be crazy not to believe Chance wouldn't be drawn to this. Mr. Your Turn Cutie couldn't help himself. Now, the Goblin would, 2 or 3 days ago now, create this account under the name Chance.Wilkins64, detailing in his bio that he's here to tell us of his story of abuse, bullying, and hiding who he was. Really tugging at the heartstrings there, Chance. And I may be wrong here, but man, doesn't that look like a newer gaming chair he's sitting on there. Always an awful thing seeing the Goblin getting nice things. You know, we just can't have that. But shortly after the creation of this account, he'd get straight into this rebelling, tough guy act, similar to this Facebook post from about a week ago, you know, taking another stance against the trolling, using some AI slop voice to get that point across for us.
I do not give a fuck about what others think of me. I am going to make it. And that's a fucking promise.
Now, I don't know if by make it he means do a damn good job making his cardboard box a boat whenever his homeless arc comes around, but I can't imagine any other making it occurring. That, of course, would be the highest view video on the account, grossing around 1,000 views. TikTok seems to eat up that formula of some random AI affirmation with a photo of any silly looking individual on it. Shortly thereafter, we'd get this 8-minute masterpiece of a comeback video though, of not only harping on that whole 7-year spiel, as usual, but a little whining about kiwi farms too. Now, I've kept my grubbas waiting long enough. Let's play it.
What's up, guys? My name is Chance, and I am a former victim of online bullying, harassment, and trolling. My story starts about 7 years ago, 8 years ago, right around there, when I started getting bullied online for videos I was making on YouTube, which were mostly vocal covers, AMVs, which were very popular back then. And if you don't know what an AMV is, it's short for anime music video. I was doing that, doing my own thing, you know, working on music, posting music. And then all of a sudden I started getting bullied a lot more. And then somebody decided to do something illegal to me, which I can't really go into detail about, but I will say that they illegally entrapped me on here, on YouTube. And that began my downward spiral of being bullied even more.
And there we go, seeing the Goblin complain about being illegally entrapped. Now, it's always so interesting to see lolcows like Cyrax spin this narrative that there was a finite point where the trolling started, and that if this never happened, then that wouldn't have occurred, then they wouldn't be where they're at today. And while certain things, like in Cyrax's case, the sting coming about to really reveal the PDF file tendencies this guy has, sting or not, his creepy ways would come about eventually, especially since he's so hungry for fame, hungry for attention, no matter the form, like we've said before. It's only a matter of time before the veil gets lifted, and whatever road he's decided to choose, it was almost inevitable he'd end up in a similar position as to where he is today, just due to his own hubris, really.
It's definitely not been easy because I've had a lot of bad stuff attempted on my life. At one point, I had attempted to unalive myself on 2 separate occasions because of these people. And it wasn't until last year that I finally managed to get out, and I've been doing really good ever since. And I just want everybody out there to know, and anybody out there that is going through what I went through with bullying, with being harassed online, being trolled, just know that it does get better.
That attempted unaliving that he's talking about there was complete bait. He was doing it to try to farm sympathy points like he always does. He's using this as like a pivotal talking point to be some inspirational character against trolling on the internet. And he's just failing miserably. He's making it out like, oh, he's made it. He's actually out of this trolling. He's walked away from it. He's in a better place now, when in actuality, this fiance that he's going to talk about soon, that he's been spending all of his time with, has really just been 3 dudes just about keeping him busy, keeping him away from the internet and doing God knows what in phone calls. So I don't know if Rax would be the perfect example of what it looks like to truly escape this cyberbullying, as he's putting it, because it's truly, he is not in a better place right now.
Things can and will get better. Is it easy? No. And the reason that I know it's not easy is because this room that I'm in right now, I've been stuck in for the last 8 years, since the very beginning. I've not left this house. I had no friends left. All my friends basically abandoned me. And family disowned me. There have been public groups made about me on Facebook. On Facebook. Reddit, which Reddit's been shut down. There's also a site that likes to attack me that is very famous for making people unalive themselves, called Kiwi Farms. And these guys have been responsible for the deaths of several people. And it's sad. Every day I live with this stuff. These people made me into somebody that I never wanted to become. It wasn't until last year when I met my fiance back in November-ish. And, you know, it was because of her that I realized that I can get out of this. And I've been doing really good ever since. I'm not away from her hardly. We're always spending time together. We're always doing something fun together. I am away from the trolls though. I am away from that community. Because I am what the trolls label as a lolcow. And what a lolcow is it's somebody that they see as a way to get laughs. And to them, that's what a person that they deem as a lolcow is only worth for, their only worth in life is to make that troll and their communities laugh. It's not fun. It's not right. It's not okay. I've had no help from anyone. The police department here has not helped. I've been shot at many times, brutally beaten.
Wow, so the lies start getting out of control. He talks about getting disowned from his family, losing friends, which, by the way, I believe Lolcow News talked about how he's down to 14 friends on Facebook now, so he has been losing friends steadily. But everything he's been talking about here is solely his own fault. He treats his family awfully. He gets in screaming matches about them. He won't get a job. He won't help Sally with the rent or anything. I mean, this guy's acting like he's had to stay barricaded up in that attic this whole time, this 7 or 8 year long period. He's had to hide from the trolls up there, when in reality, I mean, sure, people would probably spot him out in the wild, but nothing is stopping him from walking around town, maybe trying to find a job, although I don't know anyone who would hire him in this state of unkemptness that he's been rocking for the past 7 years. But still, it's like he attributes so much more to the trolls that are in actuality just entirely his own fault. And talking about being shot at multiple times, like the ice bullet incident. Come on, Cyraxx. Who do you think is really believing that? And then, of course, the brutally beaten comment that he left in there. Every single time he's had a physical interaction with someone, it's because he charged them. With the Marty fight, where the death rattle came from, where he legitimately thought he was going to die because Marty handled him so well. We very clearly see in the video the little goblin prancing down all the way to Marty's Airbnb in order to get his shit rocked. And of course, who'd forget him charging out of the house with a baseball bat? Every single time he's had a physical interaction, they could have been avoided entirely if he just stayed up in his attic or just didn't charge at the person that he had the altercation with. But just clearly on display again, it's always the trolls did this to me, the trolls did that to me, when it's all his fault.
We've had objects thrown at our house, glass to our front door broken out, brick through the windshield of one of my family members' cars, busted out the back glass of my stepdad's van, destroyed several of my electronics, including a high-end gaming PC that was worth over $1,000. And the police department here in Akron, Ohio have done nothing to help my family. And the only thing they've done is illegally labeled us as 43s, which means mentally disturbed. Also, they wouldn't have to deal with what I'm going through. We've had stuff stolen from our house. We've had all kinds of stuff happen, and it's not good. It sucks. My bedroom has basically become a jail cell for me because of these people. But me and my fiance thought that it would be a good idea for me to do this. That way, I can hopefully help some of you. Because I'm just now starting to get my life back after 8 years of bullying, 8 years of being tormented, 8 years of being tortured mentally, physically, emotionally, and mentally. And there's even groups about me on Facebook that constantly attack me every day. But I wanted to make this video to let everybody know, or anybody out there that's going through what I went through, know that it does get better. And don't give up the fight, because you got this. It's not easy. It's not easy getting out. But if I can make it out of my situation, so can you. You got this, soldier. Just stay strong. Stay tough. Hang in there. Because you got this.
Wow, what an inspiring speech that was about getting away from the trolls. But that one bit about his fiance being responsible for this video, or at least urging him to make this video, that's one thing that a lot of people seem to have questions about. And that was, has Cyraxx's handlers, the 3 people who've been rotating pretending to be his fiance or wife or whatever this whole time, keeping him away from the internet, keeping the goblin at bay up in his attic, had they finally gotten tired of him? Had they loosened their grip on the little guy? Have they stopped providing as much attention to the goblin, so he decided to go seek it elsewhere? Nope, he was urged to do it by his fiance, in air quotes there. So I can only wonder if we're going to get more videos like this of the Rax complaining, and if this is a true comeback or not. And if we do end up seeing more videos like this of him complaining about the cops not doing enough because he's a 43 and whatnot, we certainly won't be seeing it on TikTok, because a strong 2 or 3 days after it got uploaded, as soon as it finally got noticed, it's already been taken down. People already got to work reporting the Goblin because, you know, the Goblin can't have nice things. You know, TikTok's a platform with so many kids on it. It was only a matter of time before he starts trying to prey on someone on there. Jackie doesn't give him enough attention for a moment. Just like that, we'd see him talking to someone under the age of 18. But before we end off this video today, I do have the final TikTok that he posted to this account. It was another AI slop motivational speech thing, because for whatever reason, Chance seems to really be in his motivational speaker era, or at least motivational influencer, I guess you could say, kind of arc. Who knows what he's really trying to do here. All I can say is that I'm thankful he is no longer on TikTok. He was booted off of there by the kind souls who noticed after seeing either Mr. Lolcow News' live stream about it, because that's where I initially found out about this, or the Goblin Records post. Either way, thankfully he is no longer on TikTok, but that doesn't mean my grubbas don't get to see what the Goblin's been up to.
Brother, I know sometimes you feel like giving up, but remember, you still have a lot of motherfuckers to prove wrong.
I just know the Goblin felt so tough there. He's doing like half of that Wakanda salute or whatever. He always loves that corny, super cool stuff. But that's all I have for my grubbas here today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to see more shit like this, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, hype the video up, of course, and, you know, maybe stick around for a live stream sometime. Huge thank you to all the channel members and anyone who made it to the end of this video. You guys are the best. Later, grubbas.